Hello, welcome to Auditing Search 300 ERP using ACL Analytics. I'm Andrew, an internal auditor by profession, and I have over 15 years internal audit experience. So in this video tutorial, I will show you the audit steps that you need to perform when auditing Sage 300 ERP tables using ACL Analytics. So today, I'll focus on a table called BKTRAND, which simply means banking transaction details. In this table, uh, the system Sage 300 ERP records all the entries relating to cash movement, either by way of payments or by way of receipts. So the reason why I'm focusing on this table is because of the risk of incorrect conversion of amounts from the source currency to the functional currency, which is the reporting currency. So for instance, in Zimbabwe, we use multi-currency. We use Zimbabwean dollars and United States dollars. So, but the reporting currency is Zimbabwean dollar. So if we make a payment in USD, we have to convert that USD amount to the equivalent Zimbabwean dollar using the prevailing exchange rate. So the audit objective, when you look at this table, is to check if Forex transactions are correctly converted to functional currency. If the source currency is not correctly converted to the functional currency, it means we misstate our cash balances, for example. We misstate our financial information. So users of that financial information might end up making incorrect decisions. So let me switch to ACL and show you the steps that you need to perform when carrying out the audit. So here we are now in ACL. This first column, this column here is SRCEAPP. This simply tells us the source ledger, which is either accounts payable or accounts receivables. In this case, this is accounts receivables. And because this is a payment done by a data, we do have a receipt number here. And the source currency here, SRCE CAN, this means source currency. In this case, we do have Zimbabwean dollar. We received money from debtors in the form of Zim dollars. So, but we also do have United States dollar payments or receipts. So, what you find with the Zimbabwean dollar based transactions, you find that the functional currency amount and the source currency amount, these two are always equal and the exchange rate will be 1. If these are not equal, then it means there is an error somewhere because you don't apply an exchange rate to the local currency. You only apply an exchange rate to foreign currency denominated transactions. So just to check if this assertion is correct, let's go to edit view filter. What I want to check is whether we do have local currency transactions, um, local currency transactions. So I want to filter by the local currency, which is Zim dollar. I want all Zim dollar based transactions, right? I close quote here. And another parameter is where the source currency amount, this one, and the functional currency amount are the same. So let's equate these two and see what happens. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put equal sign here, like that. So I want this expression means I want all transactions that are Zimbabwean dollar denominated and where the source currency amount and functional currency amount are the same. I said if these two are not the same, then it means we applied an exchange rate which is greater than 1, and that is not correct. So let's check if we do have exceptions. Okay, okay. Oh, um, my expression is not correct. This is not supposed to be equal. It's not supposed to be equal, so I'm supposed to put not equal, not equal rather than equal. So let's go. There you are. We are now at the end of the file. There is nothing here, no exception. So this is correct. The treatment is correct. The integrity of these Zimbabwean dollar transactions is okay. There's no problem with that. So I'm happy with this first test. So I'm going to the next test. Now I want to check if we do have United States dollar transactions where the functional currency and the source currency amount. If there is such a transaction where these two are the same, it means they they applied an exchange rate of 1, which is not correct. The reason is by applying an exchange rate of 1, it means we are treating the USD transactions in the same way as the local currency transactions, where these two should be always be the same. So Zimbabwean dollar transaction must be converted at the prevailing exchange rate. And that exchange rate is certainly not 1. It must be greater than 1. So if the exchange rate used to convert the USD transaction to the functional currency is 1, then there is a problem. Let's check and find out if we do have such issues. So let's go back and look for source currency. Source currency is equal to USD. It must be USD because we are now focusing on USD transactions, right? And now I want to check if we do have the functional currency amount being equal to the source currency amount. Remember when I looked at the Zimbabwean dollar transactions, I did put not equal, but this time around I'm putting equal like this. So if these two are the same, then there is a problem. Let's see. Yes, we do have transactions, 3 transactions where the source currency amount and the functional currency amount are the same. And like I said, the exchange rate used is 1, and this is not correct. From my knowledge of the exchange rates in Zimbabwe at this date, 21 October, the rate was around $81, 81 Zim dollars to 1 USD. So this 600 was supposed to be converted at 81 point something. So as you can see, these 3 entries were generated in this page 23926. So what I would like to do is to check if these were the only transactions in that page. So let's go back to edit filter, right? Let's discard this expression because I'm now focusing on this particular page number. So the page number here equal to that number that I copied, 23926. Right, I want to see if there were only 3 entries in that page. Let's click OK and find out. Here we are. As you can see, this is the page number throughout, and there are a number of receipts under that page, these ones, and they are accounts receivable transactions. That's why they are receipts. And as we can see, a number of these entries were correctly treated. An exchange rate of 81.3486 and 81.3458 was applied. Various, but generally the exchange rate is around 81. So these ones at the top were correctly converted, but these last 3 were not correctly converted. So there's a problem here with conversion. So here we are. This is an audit observation that we need to raise. We need to report this to management, and management should put measures in place to ensure that the integrity of this information is not compromised. So the implication here is these 3 figures have been misstated because they were converted at 1. So if we multiply this by 81 by 600, we're supposed to get around 48,000 here. But instead, we are reporting 600. So there is a very huge understatement here. So here, there you are, fellow auditors. This is how you audit the table BKTRAND. Like I said, this is a table which shows the banking transaction details. So these are the details that we're talking about. The source document number, the bank, the source currency, the rate date, and so on and so on.